to the Simon and Alex Show podcast.
Hello and welcome to the Simon and Alex Show podcast. It is Friday the 8th if you're listening on release.
Yeah.
And another day if you're not.
I'll tell you what, that's the most normal intro we've had so far.
Yeah. Well, we've only had 2 shows.
Yeah. No, I'm counting the radio shows as well.
Okay.
Now, Alex.
Simon.
I was listening to the last episode of our podcast.
Did you like it?
Well, yeah, there were bits and pieces I liked. I did have a few problems, though.
Go on.
Yeah, you did sort of splice my audio from different parts of the episode to imply that I attack children with a shovel.
I don't actually remember doing any editing on those parts.
Really?
For legal reasons, I can't say that I definitely didn't.
Yeah, me and my team of lawyers who are in isolation with me.
Yeah, I mean, something could have happened in the editing process that may have led to
the editing process of one person.
The accidental implication that you hit children, and then the later confirmation that you do in fact hit them with a shovel.
Oh dear. But that's not the bit I'm annoyed about.
I know that.
I don't mind the implication that I hit children. I'm more annoyed that you replaced my guitar audio with... I don't even know where you got that from. Who is that?
Oh no, that's me. I didn't want to breach any copyrights, so got the guitar.
I can take slander against my morals, but my guitar playing skills...
The problem was, Simon, you played the guitar, if I do say so myself, very beautifully. And
right.
I didn't want the listeners to expect that kind of effort put into the show on my behalf. So I had to do something that made you seem like you weren't as dedicated and that you didn't just have free time on your hands because you weren't editing the show so that you could learn guitar.
I didn't have free... The only reason I didn't edit last week is because I had so much coursework to do that I still have to do, and I will never make that mistake again.
No, I feel like it's been reflected in our weekly listeners.
Yeah.
We've doubled.
It might be the Instagram post that helped our listeners. Have you had a look at that?
I've had a look at the Instagram post, but
yeah,
it's been the least liked post that we've put out there, Simon.
I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, but in terms of listeners, we've had the most listeners ever in this last week, and I'm putting it down to a very well edited podcast.
I put it down to my team of lawyers trying to comb through to find anything I can use against you.
I don't think they'd have to look that far. Speaking of legal breaches and what's actually allowed by the law,
yes,
you may be listening to this podcast because you heard of us through my application to become a local student representative of St. Cuthbert's College.
You can't buy votes with the podcast.
No, I'm not. By the time the podcast comes out, the voting would have been over. I would have hopefully got the position. I would like to think. You saw my video.
Yeah, it's an amazing video, but it would be rather funny if we record this and by the time this episode goes out, you've lost.
That.
So we're hearing the second half of the show how happy Alex is about this.
Even I can admit that would be a chuckle. But no, I don't think it's wrong to say that I use my manifesto as a shameless plug for the Simon and Alex Show.
I mean, you're correct, so it's not wrong to say, but it's wrong to do that. I don't think...
I'm just looking
manifesto.
I'm just looking for platforms that we can advertise on, and if that has to be through a form of political posting that I put out there to the public for a completely different role, not associated with the Simon and Alex Show, then that's what it has to be. Just
imagine that you're someone in the college that doesn't know us, right?
Yeah.
And they're having a look at these elections and they're deciding who to vote for. One of the candidates plugs his own podcast in his manifesto. Are you going to vote for that person?
I would like to think that if they were skeptical, they'd watch my video, and that would change their mind. Like you said, it is a very good video. It took me the best part of 2 hours to make.
Mm-hmm.
But in all fairness, people can do what they want, Simon. People can vote for me. If they don't want to vote for me, they don't have to. I'm not going to cry myself to sleep over it. I have other things to cry myself to sleep about.
Of course. Are you actually up against anyone?
It is uncontested, but there is still a chance that people will vote to reopen nominations.
See, that's tempting, because that would be really funny if you lost to nobody.
That would be really funny, to be fair. Should I campaign for Ron? Should I campaign to reopen nominations?
That's an interesting take, because what if you're the only person running for it, and you're saying, don't vote for me? What are you supposed to do then?
in my video, I've made it very clear that I have no idea what I'm actually running for.
Oh yeah, but then it's a new position.
No, it's not. It's a position.
Not?
It's a position that's been there for ages. Just no one's ran.
Oh.
So I think for the last 5 votes that they've had, no one stood up for it.
Oh, it just goes to show how popular Durham University is with the locals. If no one's run for it in so long.
I figured when I was thinking about applying for it,
Yeah.
our friend Tom mentioned that you might have to put somebody down who's already a member of the JCR as like your nominator.
Oh no, you've not got him roped into this, have you?
So he gave me permission to use his name against my name when I was applying. So I figured I'll either go hard or go home. I'll do something so outrageously bad that people will either love it and I'll win everybody over, or I'll drag him down whilst dragging myself down too.
Yeah, I was going to say, is it possible to lose 2 elections at once?
We'll find out.
Been up to anything new this week?
I've been practicing talking on a podcast where I have to be very, very careful what I say, because I know that the person editing it is going to want some form of revenge on me.
Oh, no. I wouldn't do anything malicious like that, Alex.
I don't believe that women should have equal opportunities to men.
Wouldn't dream of it.
So you can't see his smile. Got a cheeky little smile hiding into that mustache of his.
It's barely a mustache, it's like a rat on my face.
We have rats. We do have rats. No, we do.
Oh, no.
I haven't missed a regular bin day, but I did miss a recycling bin day. And I came home from work one day and a rat ran out of our shed. And
Cool.
I've got little potted plants. I don't know what's grown in them. I think it's cauliflower. But the dirt's been kicked up and I think something's gotten in there to try and see what I've been planting.
Oh, no.
So we have rats.
Great, this is lovely.
I knew there was something I was meant to tell you.
Oh, they better be gone by the time back.
I will try. We've had rats before.
Yeah, well...
This was a little rat. The rat we had before was massive. It's like a dog.
Was it?
Yeah.
I never ended up seeing it.
No, that was just because I missed the food waste bin 3 weeks in a row.
Oh, God. We've got to do something about this.
It doesn't bother you. I'm the owner on the house, apart from the rats.
I don't want any other creatures living there by the time I get back. Aside from you, of course.
Ah, thank you. That's probably the kindest thing anyone's ever said to me. At least all day.
Has anyone said anything all day?
I gave myself a pep talk in the mirror this morning.
Oh, no. Like, aside from work, have you actually, seen anyone?
No.
No. I can't imagine that.
I mean, there is a worldwide pandemic going on.
Yeah, and I get that, but I can't imagine, like, complete isolation like that with, like, no human contact at all.
But no, I can still go to work and I can still talk to people.
Yeah.
But no, I think, like, actual human contact, I have had none since the start of this lockdown. So I think the first person who shakes my hand, I'm gonna have an emotional breakdown. I hate that.
What?
That. Because I can't do that. I can't take a swig of my water and go...
Oh, no. I'm editing out
just
all...
leave that in.
Any, like, sounds like...
Are you holding
just
a knife?
having a drink. Huh?
Are you holding a knife?
It's a lockpick.
That was a scalpel.
I agree, there's not a much better thing to be saying I'm holding. I don't know if I've said this on a podcast before, but I've been practicing my lockpicking skills while in quarantine. Not for any particular reason or purpose. If any authorities are listening, it's purely recreational, and...
She didn't dirty, and that restraining order hasn't helped.
No, I've got to the point where you're supposed to do this with, like, 2 tools. These 2. You got the tension thing and the pick.
Great visual for the podcast.
Yeah, that's what I'm describing. I've sort of reached the point where I can do it with just the pick, which might just be this is an awful lock. There you go. There's some lock-picking ASMR for you back at home.
You're leaving that in?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No, literally, I am so tired. Like,
yeah.
I thought I had an exam on the 10th due.
Oh, yeah.
Because the number 10 was in my mind. But it was 8 days ago. I remembered the exam was 10 days away. So that's why the number 10 was in my mind.
Oh, no.
So the exam's for the day after tomorrow, so I need to do that. And I thought actual exams were in June, but it turns out they're all in May. So I have an exam on the 12th and the 20th and the 27th, which is nice. Nice surprise.
That's good. I have sort of put my exams out of mind. As far as I'm aware, they don't exist for now.
Literally, yeah.
Mostly because I'm doing coursework right now. Because one of the coursework is now worth a higher percentage than it would have been without the lockdown. Because it had an in-person part to it that we couldn't do, obviously. So now I have to put more effort into that. Oh, then we've got exam season. But I don't know how bad exams are going to be this year. Because you've got 2 days to finish each one.
I think it's going to be hard to get rid of cheating.
Yeah, there is no way that they're going to stop people from cheating.
They can't.
Yeah.
They can advise people not to, but people are people.
Like, if you get 2 perfect papers, one person put countless hours into revising for this exam.
Yeah.
And the other person
is cheated.
Just looked up all the answers.
There is no way of knowing.
There is no way to tell them apart.
You either cancel both of them, or you give them both full marks.
Yeah, and I think you just have to give them the marks.
Yeah.
Because there's no alternative. I'm still annoyed that, if that's the case, what's the point in having exams at all?
There isn't. They're just coursework. They're just really quick, flash coursework.
And I don't know about your subject, but my exams aren't changed from what they were originally going to be.
No, exams are still the same. There's just a no detriment policy.
And because I don't do a very essay-based
subject, yeah.
Well, I would have said essay-based subject. It does have objective answers. There's very little variation in what you can put as long as it's right.
Yeah, and when that's Simon saying that there's very little that you can put, then you know that that's very little.
It wouldn't be an episode without one of those short jokes, huh? We've talked about nothing of any importance. I picked a lock, for God's sake.
Yeah, but the problem is, if we talk about stuff of importance every week, then we're going to run out of stuff to talk about by the 3rd week.
Yeah, that's true. Or we're just going to drive ourselves mad. Which is equally entertaining, if I'm honest. Two deranged students.
Yeah.
Right, so, John Wick is the film we're watching this week.
John Wick is the film we're watching this week.
There's 3 of them out. I've only seen the first one.
I am only going to watch the first one.
I reckon you'll want to watch the others after watching it. I reckon you'll love it.
I reckon after discovering that I have 3 exams this week, I probably won't want to watch them.
Well, then you can reward yourself after each exam with a John Wick film. 3 exams, 3 John Wick films.
We've passed the 7 o'clock deadline whilst recording this, so there's a chance that I have been rushed with questions about my application for local student rep.
Ooh.
So, yeah, apparently the application means that I have to answer people's queries.
Who's asking you these questions?
I have no idea. I'll check now. Wait there.
This is my favourite bit of the podcast. Oh, hey son, what have you been doing today? Oh, I was listening to the Simon Alex show. I love the bit where Alex checks Facebook for 5 minutes.
So no, Simon, I haven't seen John Wick, but I am looking forward to watching it.
I reckon you'll like it. This was the sort of film that I would have expected you to see. It's just like one of those...
No, there are films that are like action films that I really want to see, and I don't know many action films that I don't like, but I just don't get around to it.
Yeah, that makes sense, but, I would say you got plenty of time on your hands, but exam season.
The only thing I have on my hands is hand sanitizer, because in times like this, we should all take a look after our own personal health and try and stop the spread of COVID-19 before it spreads to our loved ones at home.
Are you getting paid for this?
Yeah, I'm sponsored by hand sanitizer.
We're sponsored by soap. This is the Simon and Alex show, brought to you by soap. Can we get an official sponsorship from soap?
I know that's a joke, but you also know that I'm genuinely going to have a Google of that when we stop it recording.
The very concept of soap as our sponsor.
We have genuine people who want us to shout out businesses and stuff. That
I'm telling you,
we
if they
wouldn't
pay
make
me
money from it, at least not big money yet. because
Oh, no.
we obviously
I'm
don't
fine
have
with
the listeners.
sponsorships.
I'll settle for merch. Or discounts. Or shares. Or soap.
I just can't get enough of that soap.
Oh man, Simon, come home. Me and that soap. We just share so many intimate moments together.
What are those crates in the background?
Oh,
Are they all filled with soap?
those things. Yeah.
Yeah.
Every kind of soap.
How much are they paying you?
They're paying me in soap.
Just soap?
No, not just soap.
What do you mean, not just soap? What else are they paying you in?
I cannot specify. But
All right.
the soap helps me wash away the guilt and the regret.
Oh no, they're paying you in takeaways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, even worse. They're paying me in time with your sis.
We need to end this half. This has gone on too long. It's like I said, we're losing our goddamn mind.
We'll have a lovely phase out part. Simon Lake, I have an apology to make. Last week you did play the guitar beautifully as a little transition to our next part of the podcast.
All right.
I would like to offer you now the opportunity to play it again, and you can keep it in, and we'll use that as our transition.
You realise that now I'm just going to edit in a better guitar player than myself. I'm going to do the reverse of what you did.
Go for it.
Any requests?
Oh, I tell you what I do like. Play that song from the Simon and Alex show where they transition from talking about general life to the film.
It's my favourite song.
Take it away. This is the part of the podcast where the guys watch a film.
That was stupid. Alright, Alex. I've got a bit of a game for you.
Go on.
Alright, do you recognise the tune to this song? You might not have heard it. It's from the 60s.
Oh, I was going to say SpongeBob.
No.
No, why?
Oh, it's by Arthur Brown? Ringing the bells?
No.
No. The song's called Fire. How have you been, Alex?
Did you... Did you actually try and find a song that was called
Oh, no,
Fire?
no. I know the song anyway. I had a runner-up,
okay.
which was Jimi Hendrix. There's another one by Justice, too. Plenty of songs called Fire.
I think you know fine well how I've been this week, Simon.
Could you please let the listeners know what happened?
It was Tuesday, the day after we'd recorded the podcast, and Simon Lake, for the last few weeks before he left for York, has been using a bin outside for food waste. I had no idea.
Hang on,
So
let me
for
just
the whole
jump
time
in
that we've been
here.
in quarantine, this bin
I've never used that bin.
has been sitting with food waste in it.
I've
Now,
never used this
I've
bin.
never opened this bin
Me
until I walked past it the other day, and the bin started to move. I opened the bin, and inside was a rat. So I didn't want to kill the rat. Simon told me that what I should do is pick up the bin, put it in my car, and drive away with the rat.
Yes.
But that's about the most ridiculous idea I've ever heard, because I'm not putting a bin that's got at least 6 weeks worth of food waste in it and a rat in my car.
I would be interested to find out who's been putting food waste in there, because we've not been emptying that bin.
But anyway, so I tipped the bin over, the rat ran away, and I used Simon's sieve to block the drain.
Yeah,
So it
that's
shouldn't
not
come
going to
back.
work, and you owe me a sieve as well, on top of, well...
So I decided, because we've got a few holes in the shed where a rat could potentially get in, and it looks like it might have been getting in. I've always intended to do something about it, but now we're in quarantine. It's kind of like, I have no excuse really. So I got a few planks of wood, cut them down to size, and covered these holes up. I then left for work. I came back from work, and what had happened was one of the planks of wood had fell. It had fell onto the oven, turned the dial on. Our kettle was on top of the oven. The kettle had caught fire. So when I came back from work, the house was full of smoke. Luckily, the fireman came and he said that it could have been a lot worse.
I'm amazed you're still recording this in the house.
Well, the half of the house I'm recording it in at the minute is still... It smells like the inside of a red nose. Do you know that horrible plasticky smell?
Yeah.
That and just
no.
fire. And it absolutely stinks. But I've deep cleaned all the carpets, so hopefully the house should smell nice and everything should be polished when you get back.
Yeah. It's a weird set of events that led to that.
Oh no, it's crazy the chances that happened. The fact that I sorted the rats out, which meant I had the planks of wood in the house. The fact that they fell over, landed exactly on the dial to turn the oven on, the hob on, which was the only dial that the kettle was balanced on top of. And
Why was the kettle on the hob anyway?
Because I used the kettle to swill hot water and bleach in the bottom of the bin because it was just full of rat waste.
Hang on. You put bleach in the kettle?
No. Why would I put bleach in the kettle? I boil eggs in the kettle. I wouldn't want bleach in there.
You boil eggs in the kettle?
I put bleach in the bin and then pour hot water into the bin.
No, hold on. I use that kettle and I'm allergic to egg. What are you doing?
Yeah, but the egg doesn't come out of the shell. And the kettle's gone now anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, okay. I'm not going to use this kettle again, given that it's liquid.
But yeah, so in all seriousness, guys, if you're listening, if you are in a student house, or if you're just at home, double check that there's nothing flammable on top of hobs, check fire safety, make sure all your smoke alarms are working, and that just in case there is a fire, there is stuff to protect yourself, like fire extinguishers. Which we now have, both alarms and extinguishers.
We got fire extinguishers?
We've always had a fire extinguisher.
Wait, built into the alarm?
No, not built. Like a fire extinguisher. Do you know what a fire extinguisher is?
I know what a fire extinguisher is.
We've got
but
one
you
of
said,
them.
What? They just give you them?
Wait, do you think that fire alarms come with fire extinguishers?
No. It's something you said earlier that suggested that. You said built into the detectors or something.
No, I didn't.
I swear you did.
Right. If you can find where I said that...
None of this is going in, by the way.
No. I want you to leave this in, because fire safety. But if you can find the clip where I said that, insert it here to make me look like an idiot. And I'll hold my hands up and say it. That Simon can insert the clip here...
Hi everyone, this is Simon again, editing this podcast. I just wanted to point out that Alex actually said...
both alarms and extinguishers.
Where I thought he said both alarms have extinguishers, which is why I got confused. But yep, I just wanted to say I'm sorry, and there is nothing I could say now that would make Alex look like an idiot.
I'm an idiot.
So, I think we know who's really to blame here.
Yes, the rat.
No. Even before the rat.
Whoever put the food in
Exactly.
the bin.
Someone's been putting food waste in that bin and has not been emptying it, and it's not me.
It's not like the bin that we're talking about isn't like it's not like a normal bin. It's not like a blue bin or a black bin. It's like a big metal bin that you would kind of expect to see like a fire in or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of them bins. It's not an actual bin.
So one of our other two housemates has been getting rid of their food waste in there.
Do you have a pen and a piece of paper?
I do, yeah.
Right, write down who you think it is and we'll reveal it to each other on the count of three.
Alright. Oh, it's tough, actually. But actually, no. No,
I don't think it is.
No. Alright.
3, 2, 1. Yep, there we go. Bingo.
Yeah, okay. And if you're listening, either of you, we'll let you figure out who we guessed.
David isn't listening.
Oh, there's no way he's not.
So, you will be glad to know, all of you listeners out there, that since recording the first half of the podcast, I am now officially local student rep. I got the role.
Despite my best efforts in voting against you. Yes,
oh, no, I voted against me too, don't worry. I have no proof that the guy who ran the campaign is trustworthy and reliable. I don't know whether he's going to do a good enough job.
Yeah, that's true. So, have you got any big plans in place for being the representative of the local peoples?
It's a brand new role, apparently. It's a brand new role. I literally got the stuff today to set up the email account because there was no handover because I'm the first local rep. Got my email address, the password's
Of course.
No,
It
no need
can't
on for that
be-
now.
yeah.
You could just dip
I was going to say, was that a joke or...
been local rep for a day.
I think it's a bit telling that there hasn't been a local students rep for, well, ever. Which begs the question, who exactly are you representing if there has not been enough of a local student presence in the college?
So far all I've been told is that because I'm the first person, literally I create the role kind of thing. Like, I'll set stuff in place for local students, and I've been told that I need to represent local students and that we're having a meeting on Wednesday, but I haven't been given any local students. I don't really know any local students.
Well, if you extend local to include Yorkshire...
That's the thing, I don't even know what defines a local student. Where's the cut-off line?
I think a sensible cut-off line would be the northeast region.
Because I would have said local to Durham is DH postcode, but then Newcastle's also very local to Durham.
Yes, that's why I'm saying northeast.
But then isn't that just like... Because they've got northern societies for northern students.
Yeah, but this is more than just northern.
Am I meant to represent all of them?
I would say so. This is covers Northumberland, County Durham,
Oh, boy.
Tyne and Wear, and the former county of Cleveland in North Yorkshire.
Cleveland. Oh.
So it's not quite... doesn't quite grab me.
Well, that's a shame, because I've been told that I can dip into a budget for... I mean, I was told coffee mornings, but that really means bark rolls.
Oh yeah, absolutely. As if any local students are going to go on a coffee morning.
I mean, we all know the local bars so well, so if you want hell of a night.
Can't wait for all the bars to be open when I get back to uni. That's going to happen.
But yeah, do we want to... 17 minutes in, do we want to talk about the film?
Yes, I've completely forgotten that this is a film podcast.
Right, so I started a little book.
Ooh,
It's a different
that's nice
book to
little
last week, because I've
Yeah.
lost last week's book.
Of course.
Completely unrelated to the fire.
Mhm.
So we've started on week 3, which this week you made me watch John Wick.
Yeah,
The first John Wick, 2014.
Yes.
Keanu Reeves.
that is correct. What did you think?
I'm going to work through my little bullet points.
All right.
I like it when a film does the several days earlier thing. The last 3
yeah.
days did it, and I like the sense of... It's not even like achievement or anything, it's just the sense of knowing when the movie actually hits that point, being like, hey, I
Yeah,
remember
when
that.
you figure it out.
Yeah, it's
like
like-
all the pieces fall into place.
Really, really weak nostalgia.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Good film. I liked the whole driving force behind it being mainly his relationship with his dog.
Yes.
But they killed it at the 15-minute mark. It was pretty much exactly 15 minutes they killed the dog.
Yeah.
And he got it at about the 5-minute mark. So we'd only seen 10 minutes of him with the dog.
It's enough. It's a dog.
I wanted some kind of like Marley and me relationship to develop before they got rid of the dog.
Nah, because it's not really about the dog. It's the last thing his dead wife left him.
No, I get that, but if they'd given it a bit more development into the relationship
Yeah.
between them, I kind of might have understood that he lost more.
I think it's equally significant that they didn't spend that much time together at all. It was just, that was robbed from him too. He doesn't even have the memories to be left with.
That's fair. I love the phone call between the mob boss and the guy from the car shop,
Yeah.
where he's like, hey, why'd you punch my son in the face? He's like, hey, because he stole John Wick's car and killed his dog. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, that's cool. I understand.
I love how everyone else talks about him in that film.
I love that everybody... Another note that I made that I absolutely loved was the little casual scenes between John Wick and other people after he fights. Like the policeman when he's knocking on his door and then he sees a dead body and he's like, are you, working again, John? I love it. I think it's great.
It's got some great moments like that, I think, yeah.
And then the little casual fight scenes with like the slow music, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
There's
I love the fight scenes in this film. They're so well choreographed.
fight scenes. Usually, I like the Kingsman kind of thing, like the shaky camera, kind of quick cuts, loud noises, lots of things happening. But I did like they were quite nice long takes.
Yeah, I like this because rather than the quick cuts like in Kingsman,
Yeah.
you can see everything that's going on. They're not trying to cover up anything. It's just well rehearsed and well acted.
It's all Keanu, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I watched that film. It was 101 minutes long.
Yeah.
I cannot tell you what Keanu Reeves' voice sounds like.
He doesn't speak that much, no.
I think he must have about 5 minutes worth of dialect in the whole film.
Yes. It is weird he doesn't say much in the film named after his character.
He says hardly anything, and he's like the only person ever on screen, really. It's not like there's other main characters. It's just John Wick.
Well, I mean, he's speaking through his actions, obviously, Alex.
I know, obviously they speak way louder than words, but...
Mm. But also the pen is mightier than the sword.
Oh. I mean...
So which is more important, actions or words?
I feel like if I hit you with a sword, you might say actions.
But if you hit me with verbal abuse, that will also hurt for a lot longer.
Yeah, but a pen wouldn't.
That's true. You could cut a pen with a sword. You could not cut a sword with a pen.
I'm just trying to think of strong pens.
Well, if you're one letter off something, I've got a suggestion for. But
Pen Island.
That's the one.
There we go. Google it, kids. No space, Pen Island.
What do you think of Green Goblin being in the film?
You know that guy?
Yeah.
He's been in films for ages, right?
Yeah, Willem Dafoe, yes.
Yeah. I genuinely made note of this.
Okay.
He's been in films for years. Decades.
Yes.
And I can only remember seeing films with him in the last few months.
Well, that's because I showed you Spider-Man.
But he's got a really other films as well that I've watched. I can't remember what.
Yeah.
Because they just go from my head as soon as I watch them. But it's just kind of his face. It's the meme. It's I'm something of a scientist myself.
No, he's got the sort of face that fits a villain well, I reckon.
Yeah, he's always played a villain. Yeah.
Well, no, he was a good guy in John Wick, wasn't he? He's a fairly good guy.
He tried to kill John Wick, didn't he?
No, because he wasn't actually trying to kill John Wick.
Yeah, but he still tried to kill John Wick.
No, he didn't try to kill John Wick.
No, but he tried to kill John Wick.
No, but he did. What? Did he watch the film?
I did watch the film. He
watched
accepted the $2 million deal to kill John Wick.
Yeah, but he wasn't going to go through with it. He just took the money.
Ah, I thought it was a money on completion thing. I didn't realise he actually just took the money and left.
No, he's buddies with John Wick.
Ah, cool. But it's like Kevin Bacon. Kevin Bacon, I don't think off the top of my head I know a film where he didn't play a bad guy.
Footloose?
I've never seen it. I assume there's not really any bad guys in it though.
You know what the film next week's? It has to be now.
I'm not watching Footloose. Made note that I definitely will watch the next two John Wicks at some point.
I knew you'd want to.
But maybe not I'll watch them tomorrow. It'll be a few weeks' time. I might be a bit bored, so I'll watch the second one.
I did get the impression that it would be a film you'd like.
It's really, really easy to follow.
Yeah, exactly. It's just Keanu Reeves fights people for 101 minutes.
I've read a review on it afterwards, and the review said this is an hour and a half of Keanu Reeves shooting people in the face.
Yeah.
That's the film.
That's all it needs to be.
It's so right.
It's okay, let's do one thing, but really well.
Yeah. We need to learn to do that with the podcast.
What, doing it well?
Yeah.
Well, that'd be a good start. I have a question for you.
Yes. I might have an answer.
You probably will. You've seen every Anna Kendrick movie, right?
Every Anna Kendrick movie that I know of.
Right, okay. I was downstairs the other day, just in the evening.
Are you going to make me watch Trolls World Tour?
No. No. This isn't the movie suggestion.
No.
It's more that Cat just put on a movie. It was on Netflix. I didn't catch the name of it, but it stars Anna Kendrick, who's a single mum, who becomes friends with this person.
And she dies, but she doesn't die because it was a twin, but it wasn't a twin, it was a triplet. It is a simple favour.
Right. I hate that movie.
Oh no, it was a terrible movie.
I really did not.
Terrible movie.
That was unbelievably bad. I didn't get it at all.
Oh no, super crazy bad movie.
Oh, surprise. I had a twin. That was a twin's body in the bottom of the lake.
But it wasn't a twin. It was a triplet!
Why does the triplet thing matter, by the way?
Because they had the tattoos and the tattoos matched. That was literally like the only reason. Right, the triplet thing mattered because from what I've only watched the film once.
Yeah.
But I've gathered that one of the twins died a long time ago.
Yes.
So this woman knew that there was another one alive somewhere.
Yeah.
So she told everyone that they were twins. This other third child, I don't think it was born legitimate.
Oh no, it was stillborn.
Ah, okay. But I think they recorded it as being twins born.
Yeah.
But one of them died. I think. When the woman who was Anna Kendrick's friend wanted to fake a suicide, it came in handy that there was another body that was identical to hers, which was her actual twin that was alive, that she could just kill, dump in the lake, and then disappear and claim the money and start over again.
Yeah. But, oh god, and the triplets being called Faith, Hope, and Charity.
Yeah.
That's whack. That's unbelievably whack. Okay, so Anna Kendrick also sleeps with her half-brother in that film.
Yes, because her half-brother looks like her dad.
Yeah. Okay, so it's right after her dad's funeral.
No,
she
it's
meets
like
her half-brother.
the dad's funeral, after reception thing, yeah.
Yes. And she talks to her half-brother, who she's not met before.
Not met at all before.
Because
I think she knew it was
her dad had an affair,
Yeah.
and then they immediately have sex for some reason. There's a lot of a lot of mental leaps to go through.
So the thing about that
point.
film is that there's stuff like that which they've put in the film, but it's completely irrelevant to the plot.
It didn't mean anything.
There was literally no purpose behind it. It's not used to build up on anything. It's not used to generate...
It's just a thing that happened. Yeah. It really doesn't mean it. Good lord, what a horrible film.
It's like gonna make a leap back to John Wick. There was a scene that I didn't understand. I assume it's just to establish that John Wick's like a really, really good driver. But that scene where he gets his car after the gas station and he goes to the airport and just does like donuts and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Is that just to establish that he's a good driver?
I think it's more he's trying to keep himself occupied after his wife's gone. He's like trying to distract himself with stuff.
Because they could have just showed him playing like chess with friends or something.
Do you reckon he has friends? I don't reckon he.
I mean, he's got.
Really does.
Is it William Dafoe?
Willem Dafoe, yeah.
It's got him.
Mm.
You've got some fun editing to do. We're gonna absolutely need a pro plan for SoundCloud now.
Yeah, we'll just go halves on it.
Yeah.
I'll just pay for the year and you do it in one sum. And you can pay for my pans as well.
I'm not paying for your pans.
Yeah,
I'll pay for your pans when you get back.
Oh, no, I want to use them.
No, your pans are still fine. Your pans are they're alright.
No, we had a deal.
No, we had a deal.
Yeah.
But I don't need to buy you pans now.
Why not? The fire was this week.
Yeah, but if the fire hadn't happened, you wouldn't have had access to the pans anyway, so it wouldn't have mattered.
But I could have if I wanted.
You still can. If you go through all of the steps required that you would have to do to get those pans over to York, then I'll go half as on pans with you right now.
To get the fire damaged pans.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah.
But they're yours now, Alex.
Yeah, but if you pay for the shipping, which I assume you would have to do, I'll ship nothing over to you, but I'll go half.
Oh no. I would have driven up there and collected them.
Do it. Drive up there, collect nothing, drive back, then I'll go halves.
Can't, it's quarantine. You'll have to send me the pans instead.
That's the only thing stopping you, isn't it? The quarantine.
Yeah. I can't... Oh, this dang quarantine. I can't believe it. What a shame that it's forcing you to pay for some cooking materials while I'm stuck in New York.
No. I'll pay for them when you get back. We'll go to Tesco together.
Oh, no.
It'll be nice.
I said I could pick the pans. I didn't say I was getting them from Tesco.
You better be reasonable.
I'm being fairly reasonable.
I am having 6 fire damage at the minute.
Yeah,
Shell out for a carpet cleaner because somebody who we can write their name down in the booklet if we want, but we've already got it written down, stood on the Hoover and broke it. So I've had to buy a carpet cleaner.
Yeah.
So I'm not shelling out for your pans at the minute. It can wait.
We had a deal.
It can wait.
It can.
There was no time constraint. There we go.
Yes, and that was my fault. I need to be better with these contracts.
Yes, thank you.
I'll send you an invoice, though.
Well, if you enjoyed that 5 minutes of me and Simon talking about pans...
I think people loved it.
Yeah, it's great. Best part of the show.
It's been an eventful week with the fire, the election...
The rats,
The rats, yeah. My cookware. That's the only one I care about.
Of course, naturally.
So, Alex.
Yeah.
We've got a little weekly game we play.
We do have a very weekly game we play.
I only have a couple of ones this week.
A couple being 2?
Yes.
Okay.
It's generally what that means. Here's one for you.
Yep.
Professor X is a real piece of crap in this movie. Think about it.
I know the film.
You know the
I
film?
know the film.
Okay.
I can't even remember what it's called.
Alright. Well, what's in the film?
It's got those 3 girls. And they go to the zoo. And
Yeah.
he has... I can't even remember what his name is. He's a Scottish guy. Oh,
The Scottish guy.
I'm actually having a mind blank.
Yeah.
The Scottish guy...
You'll think of James McAvoy.
James McAvoy. That's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Split.
You are wrong.
No.
You're completely wrong, sorry.
No.
It's not even the right Professor X.
Oh, no. Oh, so then Patrick Stewart.
Yes.
Okay, I don't think I've seen any Patrick Stewart films.
I don't think you've seen this film, but you've probably heard about it around the time.
Recent film?
I think it was 2016.
Okay, fairly. Was it like a Star Trek?
Nope. Like I said, Professor X is a real piece of crap in this movie.
Like physically?
Sort of.
Oh. Do you mean like excrement? Like human excrement?
Yes.
Any sort of physically human waste?
Yeah.
Is it a superhero movie?
No.
That would be a bad power.
Yeah, this is former Shakespearean actor Patrick Stewart playing a turd.
Genuinely?
Yeah.
Cartoon?
Yeah.
Oh. I don't think I know any cartoons that are recent.
Well, it's an animated movie.
Oh, it's not Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse, is it?
Nah, it's 2018.
Oh, you keep mentioning that.
Of course. We've got a quota for mentioning it in every episode of the podcast, and we're doing so well so far.
I cut it out of last week's, but he did actually say it.
Oh, you cut it out?
Yeah,
I didn't even notice.
You talking about Spider-Man?
I always talk about Spider-Man. Right.
I
James Corden's also in the movie.
That doesn't help me with anything. James Corden's in is it a musical?
I've not seen the film, but I assume not.
Don't know what James Corden's doing then.
James Corden plays a hand, I believe.
A hand?
Yeah, a hand.
Is that the Emoji Movie?
Yes, it is.
Is Ryan Reynolds in it?
Christina Aguilera is in this film.
Quiztima Aguilera.
We have never had that name for our pub quiz. Okay, so you got the Emoji Movie finally. A high school kid buys a scuba suit and gets tortured.
Oh, Kick-Ass.
There, you got that immediately.
Straight away.
Yes. Well done. I'm amazed you got that one so quickly, and it took you a not insignificant amount of time to get the Emoji Movie, but that's fair enough. Now, Alex, I'm going to try something a little bit different this week.
Oh.
I want you to tell me what sort of movie you want to watch.
Okay.
Like give me like a vague sort of content. Like you could say, I just want an action movie or a comedy or something.
Okay, rom-com.
Romantic comedy. Yep. Oh, well, you really picked my weak spot there. Okay, I'm checking the list I have prepared. Sort by popularity.
You're stuck. This is great.
I am stuck, yeah.
You shouldn't have let me pick the genre.
Yeah, I didn't think you would pick one I'd struggle with as much.
Do you not know me?
Alright.
Hey guys, welcome to the part of the show where Simon doesn't know any decent rom-coms.
I've got one that I completely forgot about. And it's a quite good movie.
What is it?
Actually. It's directed by Mark Webb, starring Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Zooey Deschanel. Alright, the movie is 500 Days of Summer.
I have not seen it.
You've not seen it?
Not
And
seen
it's a
it.
romantic comedy. There we go. That's
No. Don't say it like I watch loads of romantic comedies.
Okay. No, I know full well.
If it was
you've
like
not
a
seen many
Dwayne
movies.
Johnson film, you could be like,
Yeah.
you haven't seen it, and it's a Dwayne Johnson film. But no, rom-coms I don't watch every day. I'm just,
I'm impressed you managed me to think of something a bit out of the box here.
Okay.
But this does mean this is your rom-com card. You can't pull this card on me again.
No, it's okay. I will
anytime
not pull
soon.
this card on
Yep.
you. I will rip out the page in my book that says David, and I will start a new page. Week 4.
I'll be honest. I've got no idea what I'm going to do with a drawing from 500 Days of Summer.
What drawing are you doing for John Wick?
You'll find out.
Can I suggest you as John Wick and me as a dog?
No, I'm not doing that.
Come on.
We've had
Come
2
on.
weird ones in a row. I'm having a more normal one, just as a break
No, we have
to my sanity.
Come on, you as John Wick, me as the dog.
No, I'll have you as John Wick and me as Wilma Dafoe.
No! Come on! Have some fun.
All right. We'll have me as John Wick
Yeah.
and you as one of the Russians.
No, I'm not being one of the... I'm not settling.
I'm not drawing.
Last
I'm
week-
not drawing either of us
Last
as a
week
dog.
I settled for the little guy in the very bottom corner, which I think is why we haven't had that many likes on our Instagram page. I want to be a dog. I literally photoshopped my face onto a raccoon last year, and it blended
Yeah.
perfectly because of my beard.
Of course. Don't make me draw you as a dog, please.
Come on. You know you want to.
No, I don't want to.
I mean, if you don't have the time, you could just send the editing my way. I'll edit the podcast.
I'll draw you with a dog. I'll not even include me in this.
Then you can be the dog.
No, I'll be a corpse on the floor, actually.
No, you can be a dog.
I'm not being the dog. Oh, it's such a weird, body horror sort of thing, though. I don't want to be a part of this.
Come on.
Oh. I will have a think.
Okay.
No promises. If you're listening to this, you already know the result of this conversation.
Hey, Simon.
Yeah.
Can you hear that?
No, what is it?
It's the end of the podcast.
You're listening to the Simon and Alex Show podcast.